Hi everyone, Carolina and Prabhat here.
Namaste.
And Prabhat just recently released his book, Surya Namaskar Sadhana. So what is Surya Namaskar Sadhana from the beginning?
The Surya Namaskar translates to the sun salutations, which are really popular in yoga today. Most of the times when we start our yoga practice, we will start with some form of or variation of sun salutation. The traditional sun salutation A or sun salutation B, which we use in Ashtanga, or any different variations are there. So the sadhana means a complete practice, I would say. So here we have taken the traditional physical practice of Surya Namaskar, and throughout my personal practice I've started adding multiple layers to it. Like, what do you do once you are in a particular pose in sun salutation sequence? How do we utilize our mudra or a drishti, like the gazing, or what kind of mantras we can chant, what is the right time to chant, how to use the bandhas or energetic locks to deepen our practice, how to bring chakra awareness to this practice. So there are multiple layers, and how to do all of these at the same time is what I call as Surya Namaskar Sadhana.
Wow, sounds like a lot of layers. So where did you learn all this? Because for many people it's may sound very, very new things. Though Surya Namaskar or sun salutations is the most known sequence, but everything you mentioned, it just really sounds unfamiliar. So where are all of this coming from?
Like, all of these are coming from, I would say, coming from traditional yoga. If you pick up Hatha Yoga, Pradipika, or any ancient yoga text, you will find that these things are mentioned in many different places, symbolically, but not very clearly mentioned how we can use them in our practice. And same thing when I was asking, when my teachers, how to do this, I was not getting very clear answers. So most of this is some practices which we learn in our yoga, traditional yoga. And for me, I've been practicing Surya Namaskar for a while, and slowly these things started automatically happening. And I couldn't find this information very clearly available in the text. Like, they mention that this chakra is associated with this pose, but how to practice it is not very clearly mentioned. So here I'm not claiming this is my own practice. I'm just sharing how I have started using these concepts or different layers in a simple practice of Surya Namaskar.
Right, and what inspired you for this book?
That's a good question. I remember about 4 years back, I was in Rishikesh. I was listening to a discourse by Vanamali Mataji, and she's almost 82 years old now, I think. And she was saying that to this day she practices Surya Namaskar every day. And she was saying that all of your yoga teachers here, minimum, you should do at least 12 rounds of Surya Namaskar every day. If you're not even going to do that much, what yoga you're going to teach? So from that day, somehow, like, the practice of sun salutation struck in my head. And no matter what I do, every day when I wake up, no matter how busy I am, no matter what time I wake up, I always do some rounds of Surya Namaskar. I try to do 12 every day if possible. And throughout the practice session, every time I'm doing, I learn something more to this day. So these things, they just started coming in the practice, and then I was like, I would like to share it with the world, with everyone. So I have written it in a very simple instructions that even advanced people or beginners will find it useful.
And to mention that our Vanamali Mataji, Guru, she lives in Rishikesh. She's practicing this since she was like 16 years old, if I remember correctly, until nowadays. Now she's like 80 plus. So that's a really inspiring story. So for who is this book? Like, is it suitable for beginners, teachers? I don't know, for who you wrote it, like, who's your reader?
When I started writing this book, my idea was like, I did these teacher training courses in Rishikesh, 200 hours and 300 hours. And they are very nice. They give us a lot of foundation, but I feel that the depth is missing. So this book will be very good for somebody, who is already practicing yoga or even teaching yoga, and they want to deepen their understanding. And I have written it in such a way that it's very simply written. So even somebody who has never practiced yoga before, they can pick up this book they can first learn the physical aspects, how to move the body, how to do the correct breathing. And then as you become more and more comfortable, you can start to add more layers to your practice. Remember, yoga is not a competition. So I always like to practice very slowly and gently. So as and when you are ready, the next layer will automatically come to you.
So if I understand it is for total beginner who have never maybe been on a mat, he will understand the instructions for your book, and as well as for really advanced self-practice, and as well as even for teachers who are already for years perhaps in yoga, they will still find like a lot of depth and details and really useful for them on their teaching path.
Definitely. I hope this book will inspire many of you to learn more about this practice, bring it into your own personal practice, and if you find it useful, share it with your own students.
Yeah, I've seen this book and the instructions are really beautifully explained. Everything is clear with the pictures, and also I would say there's like some explanation philosophical, right, about...
I would say I have tried to not go too much into philosophy about why we want to do this practice. This is more like a instructional booklet. So it is more about how to do rather than why to do.
Right. So you can get your own experience and understand, okay, why.
Because our teachers always say yoga is only 1% understanding, 99% is practice and experience.
That's right. And is it possible to learn this practice from you?
Yeah, most welcome. Right now, I'm here in Hualien, Taiwan, the eastern part of Taiwan. Right now, this is like my yoga shala where we are right now. So most welcome to come, learn from me in person if it's possible. Otherwise, from time to time, I do organize courses where I'm teaching the Surya Namaskar Sadhana at different yoga studios, and I try to run a few programs online as well every year. So most welcome to join.
One-on-one online also.
Sure, it's possible.
And amazing news, we're coming to Lithuania this summer.
Very excited.
We're gonna be participating and teaching at one retreat in July. I will share the details about the yoga camp, or rather yoga retreat. And you can meet me and Prabhat there, and also he will be there 6 weeks total in Lithuania. So anytime, you can reach out and meet with us, and let's see, maybe we can organize some classes or even Surya Namaskar course if we have enough participants to do live, or we can do either online, being there in Lithuania. And what about the book? Like, where is it available right now?
Right. So the book is available on our website. It's called Hub of Yoga, www.hubofyoga.com. So if you go there, you will find the link to get the book. And great news, because I want to share it with as many people as possible. The book is available for free for the whole month this May. So go there and grab your copy as soon as possible.
Amazing. And I think that's it. Sweet, crisp information, and hopefully you can use this book. And while it is available right now, I recommend, once you get it, like take the notes, because later on, like in the, I think 31st of May, right, is the last day that you can use it. So you can, take your own notes, try to practice, so you can memorize information. After that, this book will be available, but for some...
small price. Just a small token donation. If you have any questions, I'm always available. So reach out. I'll be happy to share what little I know with everyone.